Is it time for a new quarterback in Auburn?
Auburn's going to win the football game. Field just a home run ball, and it is tipped up. And Lou's going over the hook. Lou's going to score. Auburn wins the BCS National Championship.
So, as of today, Jackson Arnold is still a starting quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, and Hugh is still the head coach. No new news on any of them. But after the past couple games, is it time for Auburn to find a new quarterback? You know, Jackson Arnold, incredible in the running game. Is extremely talented in running. But the passing game, is it really there? I would say so when he gets a pass off, when he can make stuff happen. But honestly, to me, it is almost like he is scared to pass the ball. He's scared to try to make plays. He's scared to do certain things. He don't know when to release the ball. He don't want to scramble. He don't want to leave the pocket sometimes. And that ultimately is where the problems start. And from there, you know how bad he struggles with his confidence. He struggled with it at Oklahoma. And it's like here, it's like, man, you got their first drive, you get his confidence built up. Then like a couple bad things happen second drive, and it's like it all crumbles from there. And as a quarterback, you have to lead the team. You have to be a leader on this team. You can't go out there and be like, crap, I messed up. I'm just going to quit playing. I'm going to give up, Oh, my confidence is down. No, you have to show the team why. Why you're the quarterback. Why you deserve to be the starter quarterback at a team like Auburn, at a school like Auburn. It's just, you just have to. I mean, you have to prove to us why. And I mean, at this point, it's like, what do we do? I mean, do we, start Ashton Daniels? See, looking at Ashton Daniels' stats, his 2024 season stats were he threw for 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 12 interceptions. And, the interception, problem that he clearly has could be a huge problem, especially against SEC defenses. Because, I mean, if you look last year with Peyton Thorne, he only threw 9. Compared to Ashton's 12, could be very, very detrimental to this Auburn offense, who struggles enough to move down the field. I just lost half that drink on the floor. He already struggles enough to move. But could he get that fixed? Maybe so. Could he do better than Arnold? Sure. I mean, at this point, nobody knows. I mean, I feel like Arnold, there's no way he's the best quarterback we have. I'm not saying he's the worst quarterback we have. There's no way somebody has not caught Hugh Freeze's eye in that locker room. There's no way. I mean, has he thought about starting Deuce? Till last week with Deuce, he was going in the huddle with his helmet on. It's like, maybe they're just getting him warmed up. He's going to be sideline throwing. Never saw him go in. Never went in. It was like, would he went in if they punched in another touchdown, Would he started rotating quarterbacks maybe? But really, he never went in. I was kind of surprised at that. I really was, because I really thought he was going to go in. He didn't end up going in. So, like I said, Ashton Arnold, 6 games in the season, thrown for 1,900 yards. 1,190 yards, so it was kind of close. And compared to Ashton Daniels, 1,700 yards. So, really, Jackson Arnold's almost got there. Am I saying he will pass it? No. Will he probably? Yes, maybe. We don't know because, we're not, that far in the season yet. Nobody knows. Not like a crystal ball. But should we start Ashton? Should we start Deuce? It's a huge question. Or do we just keep Jackson, see what happens with the whole, coaching situation? Is it Jackson? Is it Hugh? Who knows? Who knows at the moment? Nobody knows. I mean, it's a crystal ball question. I mean, Heading into Arkansas, the matchup predictor is 49.4 for Auburn, 50%, 50.6% for Arkansas. So about a 1 point margin there. It's like, obviously this don't mean anything, but Auburn head on the road, it's up to the offense and the defense what they're gonna do. The defense, I have way more faith in the offense, and it's like eventually the offense is gonna wear down. Well, whoa. Eventually the defense is gonna wear down. It's gonna be up to the offense to make plays. And what scares me the most is like what will Jackson do under that pressure? Because you see with pressure right now, he seems to fold. He seems to break very, very easily. And that's scary. That's really scary. Because what happens if we get in a shootout with Arkansas? They put up 41 points on A&M. I mean, our offense can't get 20 points on the board. We can't get 20 points on the board. That is not good. That's not good at all. I mean, say we start to score and say it's a shootout. Say, say it's tied 17-17. We go in there, both offenses, say they kick field goals in overtime. And say we get to our third overtime. And now everybody's got to go for two. This is a 2-point shootout. Do we trust our offense at that moment to win the game for us? I don't know the answer to that question. I really do not. Will Jackson go in there? Say Jackson this is a rough game. In overtime, well, you know what? Screw overtime. What if it's just a shootout in a real game? Will Jackson, under the different pressure. Now listen, Arkansas has a pretty bad defense. They probably have one of the worst in the SEC. But the Arkansas offense, I can guarantee you, they're really dang good. So is our defense. But, I mean, the defense is going to do so much, and they're going to wear down. The offense has to be out there more than the defense is. We have to be scoring. Sorry. We have to be scoring along with that. I mean, that's just common sense at that point. It's like we got to go out there. I say this every week. Score every drive. Even if you don't score a touchdown, at least get a field goal every other drive and let's score touchdowns. I mean, we can't get over 17 points. We've got to get over that margin in the SEC. Cannot get over 17 points. And that's not working out. That's just not going to work, especially with an offense as good as Arkansas's is. I mean, especially, and I want to highlight it out that if Jackson goes in there and has the worst game we've ever seen, will Hugh Freeze take him out? I highly doubt that as well. Hugh Freeze is going to be like, oh, no, we need to take him out. Because, no, you didn't see it with Peyton Thorne, and you didn't see it, any of the games this year. I mean, it's like he'll be going, and is it all Jackson? No, Jackson Arnold isn't like, he's not like he's going out there and just throwing a pick every play. It's like it's like a confidence level thing. So, I mean, there's so many questions right now, and it's just a big, just cluster of wonder. It's like, is it Hugh Freeze? Is it Ashton? Is it Hugh Freeze? Is it Jackson? Should we start Ashton? Is it the offensive line? Which Connolly was out now, and I'm pretty sure another offensive line. I'm pretty sure a right tackle or left tackle is out. Cannot remember his name. Cannot remember which one, but that's the offensive line is getting rougher. And we thought it was bad. But, I think about our offensive line is it's not that bad. Until it comes from protecting everyone, but just your man. Like, if it's like, one-on-one, they're doing great. But if it's like they're blitzing, I mean, everybody's coming through. I mean, that is something that is coachable. So why is it not being fixed? It's the same way with Arnold holding the ball too long. Is he just hard-headed? Is he being coached? He's not. He's just not retaining it during gameplay. Is he just kind of like just getting horrified and just like hold on the ball, not slinging it? not trying to run. He just kind of takes a sack. You know, like I said on my podcast, on this podcast, yesterday, it was, why in the world, like, just think real quick. When is the last time you saw Jackson Arnold scramble? He don't scramble. It's either he gets the ball off or he takes a sack. That's not gonna work. I mean that is coach. Is that something you can coach out of him? Like I said, or is he just hard headed? I feel like if you're good enough coaching, coach that out of somebody. But Hugh Freeze has yet to show that. Whoever the quarterback coaches are. But if I'm Hugh Freeze, I'm going up there and I'm doing everything I can to, number one, fix that. But number two, save my job. Save my job. You know? And I mean, not getting into that situation, but John Cohen has not said anything about Hugh Freeze. You got all these other ADs coming out talking about, I'm with him. I have faith in our head coach. John Cohen has not done that. So does that mean this Arkansas game be it for him? Will he be gone later that day? This game's 11:45 in the morning. It was just extremely early, and it's like, can the Auburn offense go in there on the road and get it done? I'm scared. I'm with a no at this point. Whoa, I'm with a no at this point. So my voice is still messed up. It's getting better though. I've been over drinking Propel. Can the Auburn offense get it done? And until they show me, I just don't believe they will. They have not showed me at this point that they can go in there and get it done. And they're gonna have to at some point. It's like, I mean, they can't move the ball at some points, and when it's critical, and if we get into a shootout with Arkansas, or we get down and we got to get on the field and score, it's like, will we do that? Are we able to do that? Which I 100% believe we are able to, but they execute. Will the play calling be there? We're not trying to run the ball. That hadn't worked all night on 3rd and 6. Some of that is on coaching. I'm not blaming that on the players because it's a team effort. You win the team, you lose the team. Team as in coaches, coaching staff, everybody on that sideline as a team. They win or they lose together. And you can't just go there. I've seen a lot of people do it like, oh, the refs did this, refs did that. But we had chances in all those games to win. The Oklahoma game, that last drive was really, really good. Were the refs off in that game? Yes. Were the refs off on the Georgia game? Yeah. But you can't let that kill your momentum. And you had so many chances to score, and you didn't. You had so many chances to complete a pass, and you didn't. So it's like, yeah, that stuff sucks. Yeah, it stinks. But you got to be able to get in there and score. You got to go in there with fire. It's like I'm about to cry. My voice is so bad. But you have to. I mean, it gets to a point where, going back to the quarterback situation, the quarterback has to be a leader. You have to be a leader. You start Ashton, do you start Deuce, do you keep Arnold, do you rotate? I mean, Arnold's had plenty of chances to show us, why he's the man for the job, and he really has not. He really hasn't done anything. I mean, he looks good on a first drive, and then it's like he falls flat on his face from there. Arkansas, they're 2-5, Auburn's 3-4. But Arkansas's looked really, really good. In the really big schools they've played with their new interim head coach, it's like they're looking good. And they almost beat Texas A&M last week. So it's like, man, we got to go to their place, to their house, and get it done with a struggling offense that we have. It's it worries me that we're not going to be able to get it done just because they have not proven anything to me. That they have not proven that this offense can move, they can score, that when it gets tough, they'll get down, and they'll win. I mean, it's just, you haven't seen it. And it's not fun. I know it's not fun to lose because they've felt it for a month and a half. The fans have felt it for a month and a half. We just want to win. And with the offense, how bad they want to win. They're going to have to go in there and show us how bad they want to win. That's what I'm going to end it on. Can we go in there and win this football game? Our preview, if my brother is back by then, he will be in our preview show. And yeah, like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching this War Eagle, and I'll see y'all with the preview show. Should be out maybe Thursday or Friday. I'll see y'all.